China is currently in the grip of one of the most severe and geographically extensive heat waves in its recent history. This extreme weather event has enveloped vast portions of the country, presenting formidable challenges to national infrastructure, energy supplies, agricultural stability, and the well-being of its citizens. The situation has become a nationwide concern, prompting a robust and multi-faceted response. The oppressive heat intensified dramatically throughout the month of July, pushing the demand for electricity to unprecedented levels as millions turned to air conditioning for relief. This surge in energy consumption has strained power grids and triggered emergency protocols across numerous provinces, forcing authorities to balance supply with the critical need to prevent widespread outages during a period of intense public vulnerability. Meteorological agencies have confirmed the staggering scale of the heat wave, reporting that no fewer than 16 provincial capitals have registered daily high temperatures soaring past the 35 degrees Celsius, there's a 95 degrees Fahrenheit mark. This sustained, high-level heat across major administrative and population centers underscores the pervasive nature of the crisis, affecting daily life for tens of millions of people.
看玻璃都热爆了。
In a clear indication of the event's record-breaking intensity, a total of 29 national weather stations have officially shattered their previous all-time high temperature records for the month of July. These new benchmarks were set across a wide range of provinces, including Shaanxi, Hubei, Sichuan, and Qinghai, demonstrating that nearly every region of the country is experiencing anomalous and punishing weather conditions. In some of the nation's most extreme geographical locations, the temperatures have reached almost unimaginable levels. In high-altitude areas like Mangkhang County in Tibet and the notoriously hot Turpan Basin in Xinjiang, ambient air temperatures have climbed above Celsius 163.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
看给你车走了啊，就在这了，路灯都在走，挺害怕。
The sheer intensity of the heat was vividly illustrated in many cities through a phenomenon widely shared on social media. Asphalt and pavement becoming so hot that citizens could fry eggs during the dangers of the heat wave. The destructive power of the prolonged thermal stress was not limited to vehicles. There have been disturbing reports of building facades and roofing structures becoming so superheated that they, too, have caught fire. These incidents pose a significant risk in dense urban environments, where a fire on one building can easily threaten adjacent structures.
怎么还把我鞋？哎呀妈呀，套化了呢！这也太热了吧！
In several downtown districts, eyewitnesses observed plumes of smoke rising from rooftops, prompting immediate intervention from fire departments. This has led to increased surveillance of older buildings, which are considered particularly vulnerable to fire risk due to prolonged exposure to extreme temperatures, as their construction materials may be less resistant to such sustained thermal load. In a formal recognition of the widespread danger, China's National Meteorological Center has issued extensive orange alerts for high temperatures, the second highest level in its warning system. For specific localities facing the most perilous conditions, this was escalated to a red alert, signaling an imminent and severe threat to public health and safety that requires immediate and decisive action. In response, local governments have swiftly implemented a variety of emergency measures designed to protect public health and mitigate the pervasive risks. Across many affected cities, public cooling shelters and designated air-conditioned rest areas have been opened to provide a safe haven for residents, particularly the elderly, children, and those without access to cooling at home. Efforts are also underway for the mass distribution of essential supplies. Teams are providing bottled water, electrolyte-infused drinks, and practical cooling items like wet towels to the public. A special focus is placed on protecting outdoor workers, such as construction crews and sanitation staff, who are most exposed to the dangers of heat stroke and dehydration. The heat wave has profoundly disrupted daily life and is now threatening critical economic sectors. In rural regions, the soaring temperatures are imperiling the growth of essential summer crops. Corn and soybeans, two staples of the nation's food supply, are especially sensitive to prolonged heat stress, which can stunt their growth and drastically reduce yields. Urban infrastructure is also buckling under the immense strain. Roadways have shown signs of damage due to thermal expansion, causing surfaces to crack and warp. Furthermore, plastic and rubber components used in public fixtures and signage have been observed deforming and melting under the direct, intense sunlight, requiring costly repairs and replacements. Public transportation systems have encountered significant operational problems. Bus and train engines have been prone to overheating, leading to breakdowns and service delays. A more severe threat has emerged on the railways, where the extreme heat has caused steel tracks to warp and buckle, posing a serious risk of derailment and forcing speed restrictions. In northern parts of China, where air conditioning was once considered a luxury rather than a necessity, the current crisis has spurred a dramatic shift in consumer behavior. The demand for cooling units has skyrocketed as residents scramble to adapt to the new climate reality, seeking refuge from the oppressive indoor temperatures. Reports from retailers indicate an astonishing surge in sales, with some cities documenting an increase of over 800% in the sale of home air conditioning units compared to the same period last year. This unprecedented demand reflects a fundamental change in how the population is responding to and preparing for extreme weather events.